Hi there, I'm Michelle, and welcome back to the Canadian History, a Chronology channel. Today's episode, number 13, is on the Jesuits, God's Marines. As I noted in episode 11 on Samuel de Champlain, the Recollet friars were the first missionaries to arrive in New France. They forcefully tried to relocate the natives to farms, to adopt European dress, and to learn to speak French. They failed miserably. Then in 1625, the Jesuits came with a new plan. Rather than the natives coming to them, they would go to the natives. They would live among them and learn their language and customs and convert them one by one. And they were fearless and driven in their mission. The Hurons tolerated the Jesuits as they wanted to maintain their trading and military relationships with the French, so the Jesuits introduced incentives to convert. Those Hurons that were baptized would receive preferential treatment when it came to trade, and only Christianized natives could trade for guns. And these baptized Hurons had to make a complete break from their traditional rites and customs, including their burial rites, which were an important part of Huron culture. This practice broke the Hurons into two groups: the converted against those who were not converted. Then a smallpox epidemic, likely introduced by the Jesuits, killed more than half of the population, including many of the elderly, which was devastating to the continuity of traditional knowledge. The Jesuits became feared. They even baptized natives on their deathbeds, often against family wishes. They even went as far as saying that only baptized Hurons would go to heaven. So many hurried to get baptized so they would not be separated from their ancestors in death. Leading this work was the Jesuit priest Jean de Brébeuf. Jean was also a linguist who oversaw the first Huron dictionary and grammar book. He also wrote many details on Huron society. Brébeuf was replaced as superior in 1639 by Jérôme Lallemand, who began construction of a fortified mission named Sainte Marie among the Hurons. He had this built in the heart of Huron territory near present-day Midland, Ontario. As an aside, it was during these times that the city of Montreal was founded. In 1642, a group of religious zealots back in Paris wished to create a so-called New Jerusalem in New France. For this, they chose a devout soldier named Paul de Comédé de Maisonneuve to establish a new colony upriver on the island discovered by Jacques Cartier. He was told by the Quebec settlers not to go due to the raging war with the Iroquois, but went anyway with his 40 men. He named his community Ville-Marie, later a suburb of modern-day Montreal, and with him was Jeanne Mance. Jeanne Mance was a nurse and administrator and built the first hospital, the Hôtel Dieu. Okay, back to the Hurons and their apocalypse. In 1648, the Iroquois unleashed a full-scale invasion of the Hurons, who were already weakened by smallpox and divided by Christianity. The Iroquois destroyed one village after another in their attempt to wipe out the Huron Confederacy. Several Jesuits, including Jean de Brébeuf, were killed during these attacks. Then on May 15, 1649, the Jesuits abandoned their settlement of Sainte Marie among the Hurons, burning it to the ground as they left. They eventually retreated to Quebec with a band of about 6 Huron followers, and many of their descendants reside to this day in the Quebec City suburb of Lorette. The rest of the Huron Confederacy scattered. But it didn't end there. The Iroquois war machine continued and attacked the Petun, the Neutral, and the Erie. Well, that's it for the short history of the Jesuits in Canada. Please stay tuned for the next episode, episode 14, Acadia. Now remember, at any time, feel free to leave comments or questions below, and I'll do my best to respond to them all. And please, be a true Canadian and be polite. And if you like this content, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. And hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of any new content. Thanks, everyone, and have a great day.